Hi everybody, this is the baseball head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hut, and of course, please subscribe to the channel and like the video before we get into this Dom Smith video. Another update on Dom, as I know people are kind of curious, obviously online, about his progress, or lack of progress. But before we get into that, the Mets are going to play today, hopefully in Pittsburgh. They're in Pittsburgh, hopefully they'll get to play today. They had the rain out. They probably should have played yesterday. It didn't really rain there. Now, good thing they're not in New York, because the weather is horrific today. The Yankees aren't playing today, by the way. But let's get into this Dom Smith video. Now, as you know, the Mets are struggling offensively over the last 3 weeks. But they cannot actually pick down to the minor leagues to bring up Dom Smith up. Let me go through some of his numbers since he has been with the Syracuse Mets. They're not very impressive, quite frankly. And I don't think that he will be playing anymore for the New York Mets in the future. I think we've seen the last of his time here in New York. I would think the next video that I will do with him will be talking about him being non-tendered in the offseason. But we have a while to go, because the Mets are going to get the postseason. He is 41 for 148 at-bats. 41 hits and 148 at-bats that he has had in his time in Syracuse. His numbers include a .277 batting average, an on-base percentage of .374, a pathetic slugging percentage of .412, with an OPS of .786. That's on base plus slugging. He's got 12 extra base hits, which is pretty incredibly poor, and he's still on 4 home runs. So last time I did a video on Dom, he was on 4 home runs, and 2-3 weeks later, he's still on 4 home runs. He has not hit a home run over a year in the major leagues, which is the reason why he's in AAA at this point. He's not going to be here next year, but I just sort of wanted to mention this. I was going through some of his numbers just to the minor leagues. These numbers, in particular, the slugging and the on-base percentage, are pretty much in line with what he has done in the minor leagues. So the improvement to the major leagues is probably going to take a bit of a dip, which we've seen. His wins above replacement in the major leagues is .3. In other words, he has won 1/3 of a game in his career in the major leagues, which includes 1,200 at-bats. This year, his OPS, his wins above replacement, is negative .3. So he has cost the Mets 1/3 of a game. So Dom is pretty much done as a New York Met. He'll be non-tender, I would expect, in the offseason, because he has zero value. He had value before the season began, and he's got zero value now. But some team will pick him up, either the Red Sox, the Padres. It won't cost him anything to pick him up. He needs to go to a place where there's no pressure. You know, a place like San Diego would be perfect for him. There's no pressure there. Or Seattle, or Cincinnati, just to mention a few. So, thank you for watching this video. If you like this video and stuff like this more, please subscribe, leave comments in the comments section. Of course, send me a super thanks. Plenty of videos coming up, and thank you, and I'll see you later.